Hello. One of the most common things I hear as a yoga teacher is shoulder problems, namely shoulder tension. Not only do I hear that as a yoga teacher, I feel it too. Tension in the shoulders, the neck. Oh, not unknown. Actually, I have not yet met anybody who doesn't have shoulder tension. So this video this morning is about releasing the shoulders. I invite you to come to a lying down position on your back to start with. Let's start with the knees bent. Feet on your mat and roll out the shoulders. Shake out the shoulders. Have the elbows wide, hands just resting on the body, on the belly, lower ribs, wherever. Lift one shoulder away from the mat and then release it. Lift the other shoulder away from the mat, alternating. Draw the shoulders very, very gently towards the ears, nice and gentle. Release them down. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. This can be a much stronger movement, as if you're drawing the shoulder blades right down the back towards the waist. I don't know why I'm wiggling my fingers, but it helps my shoulders somehow. Try it. And then release the shoulders. Big breath in. Exhale. Big breath in through the mouth. Sigh. Excuse me. Big breath in. Through the mouth. Sigh. Sigh the exhale. Feel the tension melting away from the shoulders and from the neck. Very carefully so that you don't strain the neck or the lower back. Roll over to one side. Come up to sitting. You can sit on something, a chair, for example, even, or sitting on a block or cushion, something to raise the hips so that the hips are higher than the knees. Can make it so much more comfortable. Lift one shoulder up, draw the shoulder back, and release. Lift the other shoulder up, draw it back, and release. Lift both shoulders up, draw them back, and release. Lift one arm up, it's gentle and soft. Exhale, imagine it's just like a waterfall flowing back down. Let's do the same arm again, lifting the arm nice and soft. Exhale, just floating the arm back down. Inhale as you lift, exhale, let the arm just gently flop back down. Last time for that arm. Before you do the other side, notice if you feel any difference between the shoulders. Second arm, we're lifting so softly, and exhale, just letting the arm kind of flop down. I think of it like a waterfall. Breathing in, lifting, exhaling. It's just kind of a waterfall. The arm flows back down. The shoulder releasing. Your eyes closed. Last one coming up. Roll out the shoulders. Bring the arms up, elbows bent. Have the elbows just a little bit below the shoulders. If we have the elbows shoulder height, it makes the shoulders lift. We don't want the shoulders to hunch. We want the shoulders to stay wide and relaxed. The arms are lifting. Palms will naturally be facing more forward. If I'll show you side view, palms naturally face more forward. Try drawing the palms back so they're in line with the elbows. Make sure the shoulders don't hunch up. Want to keep the shoulders down. Draw your lower belly in so that we're not using the lower back to try and create this movement. Rather, the movement is happening in the arms and especially in the shoulders. Are my palms in line with my elbows? Just about. Feels quite strong. Exhale, relax. Oh, shake that out. Interlock the fingers behind the back. Whoa, draw the hands down towards the floor. There's a little arch in my back, but I'm not arching, overarching. Well, yeah, I like a little arch in my back. If that's uncomfortable, if you've got lower back issues, just keep the lower back neutral. Pulling the arms down towards the floor. Without moving the torso at all, try lifting the arms now away from the floor behind you. Roll the shoulders back. Release all that effort. Uninterlock the fingers and interlock them again the other way. So the other index finger is in front and the other little finger is at the end. And I'll give you some time to work out how to do that. If you haven't done it very often or you haven't done it before, it's quite awkward, isn't it? Quite difficult. Pull one shoulder back as far as you can. Nothing else happening in the arms. Pull the other shoulder back as far as you can. First shoulder draws back. Second shoulder draws back. Very gently roll the shoulders, very gently now. Breathing in as you lift the shoulders up, exhaling as you release the shoulders down. No strain in the lower back, no strain in the neck. Okay, let's release the arms. If your legs are crossed, cross the legs the other way. If your legs are in a different position and you want to extend them for a moment, do that. I'm just going to get my mat to go straight. It always slides around. I think I'll sit like this. No, I won't. I'll sit like this. Bring your arms up again with the elbows a bit lower than the shoulders. Palms a little bit further forward of the elbows. Now this time we're going to press the elbows back. Not worried about where the hands are. Draw the elbows back. Make sure it doesn't make you arch in the spine, particularly the lower back. The spine and the torso stays completely neutral. We're pulling the elbows back. And when you do that, feel how we're broadening across the collarbones, how the front of the shoulders are widening away from each other. Draw your lower belly muscles in towards the spine. I need to shake the arms out. And then let's do it again. And if it feels comfortable for your shoulders, you can lift the arms a bit higher. Make sure the shoulders aren't hunching up. If the shoulders are hunching up, take the elbows down. Draw the elbows back. Careful not to arch the lower back. Great. Big breath in. Shake it out. Last one of this little sequence for you. I'll show you from the back view and I'll show you. I just had to check what I still had on there. I couldn't quite remember. I'll show you this. So you can see my shoulder blades. I'm going to squeeze, I'll say this facing you first. I'm going to squeeze the top of my shoulder blades together and then draw that squeeze down the spine to the bottom of my shoulder blades. And then we're going to squeeze the middle part of my shoulder blades together and draw that down to the bottom of my shoulder blades. And then I'm just going to squeeze the bottom of my shoulder blades towards each other. And I can't take that movement any further, so we'll just squeeze that. So let me show you. We'll do it together, but let me show you while we're doing it. I hope you can hear me okay. So I'm going to try and squeeze my shoulder blades, well, just above actually, right about there. I'm going to squeeze that point together. And then I'm going to pull that squeeze, whoa, right down to about, it feels like it's about there, about the base, the bottom of my shoulder blades. Breathe in and release. Let's do that again. Squeeze the top point as high as you can with the shoulder blades and draw that squeeze right down the center of the shoulder blades, and then release. Draw the middle part of the shoulder blades together. I'm aiming for about, let's see, I think about here. And pulling that squeeze, the contraction down to the base of the shoulder blades. Roll out, turn the head side to side. The last one is just squeeze, let's see. Might take a bit of experimentation to find that movement, that contraction. I'm aiming for about there. And release. Roll out the shoulders. Allow the head to fall to one side so that the ear comes closer to the shoulder nearest it. And roll out the shoulders to make sure there's no tension in the shoulders. Bring the head back to center, to the other side. Back to center. Lying down on your mat. Lying down in whatever position you are comfortable with. Rolling the arms out if you can. Palms facing up. This allows the top of your shoulders to release down. If we roll the arms like this, I'm exaggerating the movement, but we're simply encouraging the rounding forward of the shoulders, which is, for so many people, becoming a problem, or has become a problem. So we want to try and roll the arm out to allow the top of the shoulder to release down and the palms to face up. And if the arm rolls back in a bit and the palms face in towards the body instead, that's all right. And you can also focus on allowing the shoulders to release a little bit more. Resting here in your Savasana as long as you can, as long as you have time for. Or visualization, you can imagine taking the weight off of the shoulders. Your arms will still be by your side, I'm just demonstrating. You can imagine removing the weight away from the shoulders, taking the burden off of the shoulders. Allowing your body to soften. Coming into rest. Thank you for coming and practicing the shoulder tension release with me. I wish you a great day, the rest of your day.